Welcome to Enquiry into Self. Every time I'm offended, it has always been because I already had a doubt about myself in that area. Every time. So I invite you to see if that might be true for you too. You know, I want to know the areas where I'm trying to be something. I think that I shouldn't be a particular way, I should be this other way. Any area where I'm doing that is an area where I'm not just flowing as infinite beings showing up here. And I don't know the little ways where I'm trying to make little corrections until somebody else offends me. And then I know, oh, wow, there was a little part of insecurity, a little self-doubt that I already had in that area. Because if somebody says something where I have zero self-doubt, I know it's about them in that moment. If somebody says to me, oh, Lisa, your hair is the wrong color, I know that they're just a little bit crazy. My hair is just fine to me. I like this color. I know that they just must be irritated, whatever. All that happens in me is this compassion that, oh my gosh, this poor person, their life is not happy for them with my hair looking like this. It's like, oh, it's obviously their problem. Because I don't have any self doubts about my hair color. So there's nothing that takes offense. It's clearly their own stress that's just eking out, and I want to provide a relief for them. That's all that happens. I just want to provide relief for them. But so say we're hiking and my husband is going way ahead of me or way behind me, then I might get offended. Like, whatever, I wanted us to hike together. Okay, there's a little thing in me that thinks hiking together is better. Hiking together means I'm loved. Hiking together means we are bonded. I don't know, whatever story I have. And I'm being offended because inside there's this little self-doubt that if he fully expresses himself, maybe we won't be together or whatever. If I fully express myself, maybe we won't be together. Well, it's turned out that is not true at all. So it gave me the opportunity to let go of this belief, that our togetherness requires something, and just know this togetherness is a natural thing between us, and our fullest expression goes together with our togetherness. So now, okay, he speeds up, he goes much slower, whatever he does. We've negotiated, all right, we're at the beginning of the hike, we talk about where we're starting, where we're ending, what the route is going to be. And if I reach a turning point, he's given me these lovely little index cards that have little arrows on them. If I reach a turning point, I usually wait for him, but for some reason I think he's going to know the turning point. We've reviewed it, so I feel confident I can go ahead. Or if to me, we've just turned around, we're going the same way we came, so it looks obvious to me. Still, I get to have this little index card, and I get to put down with an arrow which way I went, and he'll know. It's like this really loving thing we've done. And so he can go as fast as he wants, as slow as he wants. I tend to go a little bit more constant. That's just kind of what feels comfortable for my body. And he can do his varying speeds. And our togetherness doesn't rely on us accommodating each other's speeds. Of course, we do hike some of the time together, obviously, but it's this wonderful thing of that little self-doubt in me got to be revealed and opened up, and I didn't have to attach to my idea of how things should be. It was just this wonderful thing to just let us each be natural. And that happens over and over, where I think that to work with somebody, I need them to treat me a certain way, or I need them to go a certain speed, or I need them to handle their whatever a certain way. I I could see a coworker talking to a patient and they're doing something different than I would do. Or I can see a manager asking me to do something different than feels natural for me. And in each moment that looks like it could be conflict, if there's any part of me that's offended or gets upset, it's because I've already had some self-doubt that, my way has to be, because that's what's going to be safe. But when that doubt goes away or is revealed, and I am able to just soothe that part, say, wait a minute, maybe respect doesn't have to look like I thought. Maybe speed, kindness, love for the other, whatever it is, doesn't have to look the way I thought. I have one coworker who loves to joke with his patients, and every once in a while I'll think, was that pushing it too far? That no, he has a great instinct. They come out smiling, and he's just lighting their day. They've been joking. It's wonderful. So, there's the part of me that has its little box of what it thinks is safe, but that's not safety. This infinite harmony that put those two together, that's safety. So anytime that I'm feeling offended in any way, I'm having a self-doubt revealed. Because all there is opportunities to collaborate. That's really all there is. If there's a difference in how somebody's speaking with me and how somebody's treating somebody else, there's an opportunity to collaborate. Create something different. Sometimes it's just in my own head. I don't even have to talk to the other person. They've created the offer. How about this way be done? Like that coworker who's teasing the other patient. That's an offer. How about this exists in the world? Simply an offer. How about this exists in the world? And I can collaborate in my head and just say, well, maybe that's a way that's available. Or I can collaborate verbally if I really think that I need to, like my husband and I did about the hiking. There's so much room to let it all be expressed. So much room. So when I check and see that I've been offended, I just comfort that part. The 3 wells inquiry is really helpful. I hold that part in compassion that got offended. And then I take wise attention. Just look and see, where was my self-doubt that got triggered? What if I had no self-doubt in that area? None. Like with that patient, what if I had no self-doubt? Those people are all strong enough to speak up for themselves. Those people are all able to negotiate with somebody else. They don't need protection. If I let go of that, any doubt, just then what's available? And so then after that is the wise action. Is there anything for me to do? So my husband and I, we got those little cards with the arrows. It's great. Other times it'll turn out, I'm going to be going somewhere with somebody, and it turns out we arrive there, we go totally different speeds. I went shopping with a friend. She goes way slower than I go through a store. I pick out what I want to do. I go to those spots. That's the end. She looks, or even if she's doing the same thing, her mental process for identifying the objects and where they're going to be is just so much slower. So I realized, oh, we don't go shopping together. In fact, in this case, we maybe will just meet at the car at the end, and she can do exactly how she'd like, and I'd like to go read a book in the book section for a while. And we just set up a time. There's there's no need to prove anything to anybody. Nothing. Nothing needs to be proven. I don't have to prove that I care. She doesn't have to prove that she's strong enough or smart enough or whatever to go at my pace. There's nothing to be proved. It's all perfect exactly as it is. So when there's no doubt that, oh, if we loved each other, we would do the same thing as the other person. No. I'm not proving love. I'm not proving anything, And maybe she thought this store was going to be a bonding experience, and I thought it was just a task completion experience. Okay, so we had different interpretations. Well, now we can talk about that. So this revealing, this constant revealing of my assumptions, my doubts, my need for validation, that's really all offense is. Just the revealing of something that I thought was an essential ingredient that isn't. That the well-being is so much more robust. The well-being we're in is so robust. Yes, she can take all the time she wants in the store. Yes, my husband can go at all the speeds he wants. Yes, my coworker can tease all they want. Yes, somebody can say to me all the little stressful things they need to say just to relieve themselves. All those things do not interfere with this well-being. And that's what I experience as I do this inquiry over and over and over. So I just invite you to just look and see if you're feeling offended, was there something in you that was already a doubt about this robustness of the well-being, a doubt about yourself, a doubt about your connection with the other person. I feel so fundamentally connected to my manager because I know she wants me to be in my position helping serve our patients. That's what she wants. Her goal is to just have a great functioning department. So I feel totally supported by her because she wants me to do that, and that's what I want to do. Now the how may vary. So we may have to collaborate, but I know anything she says to me is not personal about me. It's always because we ultimately have the same goal. So there's no way she can offend me. This robust well-being is just so potent because I keep doing all these inquiries that the self-doubts just get revealed, cleared away, revealed and cleared away. There's just no doubt about the well-being. There's no doubt about myself. And if there is, an offense will reveal it to me and I'll get to clear that one away. And now that I see the well-being in all the little areas of my life, I know that well-being is there for everyone else. Everyone, regardless of the situation they're in. Everyone. It feels so good to know that this well-being is that robust, that available. Because I've seen every time any kind of offense, even a physical insult, has worked good in my life. So I know people who experience a physical insult it can be working good in their lives, because this well-being is so robust, it's available for them too. So I just invite you, if you feel yourself offended, this is available. It's a way to see every offense become more opportunity to notice the robustness of our well-being.